Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today you can see I've got an enclosure on my desk which is a Exoterra 20 by 20 by 30, and there is an occupant inside which is the Psalmopoeus Reduncas, the Costa Rican orange mouth, and I'm going to remove it and put it in a smaller enclosure, one of the ones that you see up behind me. I'm going to put it in one of those. Purely because I've got something new coming tomorrow. I've got two of these which I want to use for those that are coming, so you'll see that in an up and coming video. But the one I've got in here, she is a sub-adult female, and she just makes an absolute mess of this enclosure. She doesn't really use it the way I want to, but she could have stayed in here, which would have been absolutely fine, but I just want to move her over to a bit of a smaller enclosure until I get another one of these, and then I could bring her back when she gets a little bit bigger, because she's only about I'd say 8 centimeters, maybe 10. Could be wrong, she could be slightly bigger. But what I'll do is I'm just going to catch her. I'm not going to show you that I'm catching her, I'm just going to catch her myself and then clean this out. And then I'll show you her before I rehouse her into the smaller one for the minute. And I'll show you her on here. She's quite feisty. She's a Psalmopoeus, so sometimes she could be quite timid. Other times she can raise up and she can slap and go into defense. So hopefully I can get her out on here and you can have a little look at her. So it'd be a good idea to get a good close up, but let's just get this clean. Okay, so I was trying to film getting her out. I've got a few little bits and pieces up on the screen now.
Fourth. She's backing out. Yep. But she's kind of like striking up as you do it. Yeah, well done. And a bit more. She did not want to come out.
There we go. Okay. See where she's going to go. Beautiful though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go under the desk. But she's actually here at the bottom. She's run round the back and she's very, very defensive at the minute. So I'm just going to put her into this smaller one, which I think would be ideal for her for the minute. Stop stressing her out, because she has more room in that one there, the bigger one. But any noise and stuff like that, she runs around in it. You can hear her running around the glass and she gets quite stressed, I think. So I'm going to try and not cup her. She's quite defensive, but she's going into here. So if I just get this one ready, and while I'm doing that, she may come out. She's moving away from me so she sees me. So let's see if I can just get this one ready. I'll see if I can get her to come around to the front. Here she comes. Right, we'll leave her on there. You can see her. Nope, and she's come back to hide. So she's on there. I'll get her out in a second to come back around. Where's she gonna go? Right, it's got some good substrate in the bottom. Let's get some water in. Right, while she's there, let's quickly do this. Right, so we've got some water in there. Just mix that around. Right, that's good. Right, cool back. There we go. I think that one would be absolutely perfect for her. Just get that in. And what we'll do is we'll put it up to the back. Some more substrate. And all we've done is some silicone on the back with some cocoa fibre stuck on it as well, just to hold the moisture up there. Right, now what can we use? A bit of moss. Right, she's not going to stay on the front, she wants to hide and go around the back. Let's just get a bit of moss in while she's still there. That's going to be the task, is to get them to stay out on the front. It's quite bright today, I've got the blind up so the sun's coming in, But this one, she wants to hide as soon as she gets disturbed. Right. Put that in. A little bit more. Corner. Bit of water, and that's it. So you can see that's all I've done. So she's got a nice deep chamber to use there. This is ideal, so I'll probably see if this works, and then I can end up putting a little bit more silicone safe on the back and then just covering it with substrate. Nothing too perfect, but it's just enough so then you can add some humidity up there, and then the moss all the way around. Now what I'm missing is water dish in the bottom. So there's the water dish in the bottom. Sometimes I put them in the top because sometimes the arboreals, they will not go down to the bottom, but because this is a shorter enclosure, I know she'll traverse all of this. She'll live in there, she'll easily come down and get straight there because she'll stand on this part of the trunk of that cork bark. So the most difficult thing I've got to do now is try and get her in, but I don't want to really try and cup her. As you can see, she's just there and she's so aware of me getting close to her, so she's got really good eyesight. There you go, so look at that, look, the coloration on that cork bark is absolutely stunning. And also it brings out the blacks on the legs, on the side, look. And on the carapace as well, that is absolutely stunning. She's letting me get quite close. I've messed with her quite a bit now and she is running short on patience. Look at that, and the pink toes. This definitely works well. Now I've messed with her a little bit. She's aware I'm not going to hurt her, so she is sitting there. I'm not sure how big she is. I don't know if I can actually see if I can get a measurement. Right, so let's see if we can get a rough idea up to that leg. I know that I know it's not going to look right for you guys with depth perception on here. Yeah, she's over 10 centimeters because she's not fully stretched out on that lower one. That's at the back to there, so I'd say easy 10 centimeters. Just look at the markings on the abdomen. Look at the detail of that and the hairs, the peach and yellowish sort of hairs. Wow, look at that, the blacks and yellows. Off the camera you can't see this, she just looks peach, but those eyes, that is absolutely stunning. What a shot. That is beautiful. That's my thumbnail. It's got to be. So that's what I wanted to do on the Primingocilus carpentieri, but I forgot to zoom in. So let's move that out of the way. She's going to move around the back again. I'll see if I can encourage her over and into this. Nope. She freaked out. See if I can do it again. And there we go. Absolutely stunning, and got her in. So that worked well. Let's get the lid on. She's going to come back out. And if you can see, she's going to go in. So that works well. So we've got a good look at her as well. So that's the Psalmopoeus all in there, and subadult, adult female. So she's not really an adult yet. She can get a bit bigger than that as well. But looking to breed her as well if I can find a male. But got her all in. That looks nice. She'll use that space well, and she won't get so skittish when I come in the room, because if she notices my presence, will just run around the glass. At night time, she's a bit more chilled. If I go anywhere near her and she sees the movement, that's when she'll run off and just get a bit skittish. So give her some time to settle in here, a couple of days. Once she starts doing a bit of webbing, then I'll try and introduce some food for her as well. But that worked well. You saw her on there. She stayed calm on the cork bark. I think that they do recognise that it's cork bark like what they have in their hides, and they just chill out and relax on them. We can get a good viewing of them as well. So that definitely works. So thanks very much for tuning in on this one, and I'll see you on the next one.